In a world once dominated by a single genre, where everyone with the semblance of a franchise was trying to cram it into a battle royale-shaped box, the Dark Lord Activision would rise once again to grab its share of the goodies by doing the one thing no one would have ever expected from Activision, making Call of Duty free. We cut now to live footage of Bobby Kotick's office.
Will you be donating that $1 million now, sir?
No, I'd still prefer not.
Call of Duty Warzone. Thank your personnel transport driver and drop onto the battlefield of COD Warzone, where you'll experience Call of Duty's endless quest to extract the last molecules of profit from the dried carcass that is the genre, with a free-to-play version that appeals to baseline COD heads in a no-frills battle royale experience that you've basically already had a million times before. But you'll keep coming back like a white dude at a McDonald's in Istanbul because it's familiar. Want to play a thinking man's game while not thinking anything at all? Call of Duty's got you covered. Learn to love getting shot in the face in the frenetic bullet hell that is Warzone, where the genre's usual safety buffer of multiple shields or slurp juice is mostly replaced with one-time use armor plates, which gives you maybe an extra half second to react to Call of Duty's traditional getting shot in the back, so you can scramble behind some cover and desperately try to slot some more armor while your shooter's friends find you and one taps you while you have your hands down your pants. Then unceremoniously get sent to the gulag and fight to escape the extremely light penal system through one-on-one arena battles that probably feel more like the actual movie Battle Royale than anything in this entire genre. Then emerge triumphant and parachute back into the fray, only to land and get shot again immediately. Or if you're really unlucky, don't, and spend the rest of the game picking through scraps while hoping you don't get killed by guys with 3 legendary weapons, in a game that somehow was able to distill the salt you feel in a normal COD game and spread it across a much longer experience. Getting killed by a dude with an anime wife banner feels worse than being teabagged somehow. He doesn't even have to tell me that he f***ed. I know he's thinking it. Dive into the endless conflict of cold, drab, fictional Ukraine, where you'll mark one of the many samey-looking locations to rummage through like a dumpster diving freegan, but for guns. Then hope that your teammates will actually land there, so you have some chance of filling up on weapons, power-ups, and kill streaks before you inevitably eat shot while using none of them, by collecting piles of hot cash to spend at death kiosks like you're in some dystopian game show, or revive your partners when they're sent to the Shadow Realm, as money management becomes the difference from getting booted out early and having an annoying immortal army of constantly revived teammates, which is actually kind of how it works in real life too, I guess. You smell that? That's the smell of capitalism, baby. Once you've battled enough royales, go full robber baron in the plunder mode, where any semblance of strategy is left behind for a pure mad dash for cash, or pop into the limited time modes like massive 50-on-50 fights, Assassin's Creed-style contract modes, or even wacky upgradable car battles, or basically anything that any other Battle Royale game has been doing recently, as Warzone shamelessly fights the industry tyrants for more of your eyeball time, so they can try to direct you to their oh-so-convenient Battle Pass, in the video game equivalent of handing out free crack samples at a schoolyard. And you know what they say about crack kids? It's tons of fun. So get your gulag grooving and get ready to install those shaders for a Battle Royale experience created for even the lowest common denominator of gamer, that proves it's not complicated mechanics or a million item options that make this format work. It's having someone that hasn't stopped playing COD since 2004 carry you to victory. Look, a win's a win, and I got kids to feed. Starring, spectating, punching people in the face in the gulag, throwing stones in the gulag, getting stones thrown at you in the gulag as your feelings get hurt a little bit, accidentally picking up a contract and then getting yelled at by teenagers, getting blown up with a bazooka, feeling like you vicariously won by watching the people who killed you win, and jumping through a crap ton of windows. It's really the most satisfying part of this game. Codpiece Legends. You know, I think the next most logical step is to take out the shooting entirely and bring this to the most brutal battlefield of all, the Excel spreadsheet. Tell us what you'd like to hear in my epic voice in the comments below. I've got good news and bad news. Winners never use drugs, except steroids, in which case, use lots of drugs. The Emperor protects. This crab is so undercooked, I can still hear it singing under the sea. I got balls of steel.